Hi, it's Tamara here from the EFT Training Centre, and I am absolutely delighted to have with me Hayley from Simple Joy. She is my VA, and she's also a Pinterest whiz extraordinaire. And I'm so happy that before you were working for me, had you ever actually heard of EFT?
No, actually, it was completely new to me. Yeah.
And you've just come on board and you've just accepted the weirdness of EFT. And in fact, you've confessed that you've started tapping along to my COVID videos. So perhaps you'd be willing to share, your experiences of watching them and how they've helped you.
Yeah, definitely. So I've watched a few of them now, mainly the ones around that have been kind of concerns for me, which is about kind of finances and working from home as well. I've got, I kind of run two businesses, one of which is, I suppose, defunct at the moment just because it was kind of corporate travel. So I've kind of lost quite a bit of money from that. So my financial worries have kind of stemmed from that. I'm lucky enough that my other business, which I work with you on, is online based, which is, as I say, I consider myself very lucky at the moment that I've got that ability to work from home and still make money with that, which is good. But I am homeschooling my kids at the same time. I've got two young daughters, one's 8 and one's 6. So I'm homeschooling them as well as trying to keep up with my client work as well. So there's a lot of anxiety and stress around those two things mainly. Just am I able to upkeep with my client work and maintain their satisfaction and their support for them going through this, and then just keeping up the money for coming in and paying the bills at the end of the day. And then the other ones that I've focused on is kind of being away from family members. So I'm originally from Northumberland. I live in West Yorkshire now, so I'm used to being away from my family. But it's my dad's birthday coming up. We would have been up there for Easter, and I'm just feeling really bad and guilty that I can't be with them and enjoy that period. So I've been quite anxious, as we all have over this few weeks, about a lot of things. I'm trying to process that as being quite difficult while trying to run a business and look after kids and trying to deal with your emotions. So I've really appreciated having these videos available to me, and they're only 10-15 minutes max, where I can have some time to me in my office, and I can tap for these worries that I've got, and it's made me feel a lot more in control, because I think one of the biggest things at the moment is a lot of us we don't feel in control. We have lost our freedom, we've lost our ability to choose and do whatever we want every day, and that is quite a big thing. And just having those 10-15 minutes of me time to focus on my worries, my concerns and my anxieties to make me feel a bit better and make me feel less stressed and calmer, more serene and more in control of even just one small part of my life has made quite a big difference.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing. It's really good to hear, and I'm so glad that they've helped. So one of the reasons that I'm making these daily videos is because there is a virus out there and it is affecting a certain percentage of the population. But there's also this fear virus of feeling out of control and freedom lost and not seeing loved ones, etc., etc. And that fear virus seems to be affecting all of us. And so my dream is that tapping can become an even bigger virus than the fear virus, so that we can feel a little bit more in control and choose how we feel and release some of the stress and anxiety that we're feeling. Because when we do, our immune system is going to be working so much better. It's going to be reducing all the cortisol levels and the stress hormones. And then, of course, we can send the oxygen that we're breathing in into our immune system to help it be strong and resilient. So we're going to thank you, Hayley, for being willing to do some tapping with me today. EFT, emotional freedom techniques. It's like acupuncture for emotions without the use of needles. And the invitation is to do what I do and say what I say. And if you don't like what I do or say, then simply don't do it. But if you do tap along with me, you agree to take responsibility for your own well-being. And because we are going to be touching our faces, and Hayley's assured me that she has just washed her hands, please do pause the video if you need to, put your hand sanitizer on, wash your hands. And Hayley, tell me a little bit about what you want to tap on right now to help you have an easier, more peaceful, more calm day for you, your family, and with your business.
I would say probably the thing that's getting to me the most this particular week is kind of the financial side of it, just because I think it's just the news of other people extending their lockdowns, and then the worry of thinking, how long is this going to go on for us, and can my business sustain it, I suppose. And because my business depends on other people's businesses, people's marketing budgets historically are the first things to go. And if that's the case, then I lose out on that. And the longer it goes, the more at risk that is. So that's a worry for me at the moment. And then also just from a family perspective, just being away. I think I mentioned this in the first part, just being away from my dad with it being his birthday, and I feel so guilty because it's like you'd probably hate me saying, but he's not a spring chicken. He's in his 70s now, and I always worry about missing special occasions with him. And I asked what he wanted for his birthday, and the only response he said was to see my girls again. And I just felt so guilty and sad about not being able to be with them. And there's part of me thinking, well, I could drive up and see him, but look through the window. But then is that kind of making it worse for him? And it's just not knowing what's the best thing to do, and feeling guilty about not being with my family on special moments like I normally would be.
Thank you. Thank you. And if you had to rate your level of fear or worry about finances on a scale from 0 to 10, what number would you give that right now?
Probably a strong 8.
Thank you.
It's always on my mind.
And for missing your dad and feeling guilty, what number would you give that?
I'd probably put that more, just because it's kind of beyond just me worrying about that. I can see the worry in him, so I'd probably say a 9 for that one.
Thank you. So let's do some tapping and see what we can do. So even though, and just repeat after me, so just say even though.
Even though, sorry.
That's okay. I'm missing my dad's birthday.
I'm missing my dad's birthday.
And all he wants.
And all he wants.
Is to see my girls.
Is to see my girls.
And I don't think I can give that to him this year.
And I don't think I can give that to him this year.
And it makes me feel guilty.
And it makes me feel guilty.
And I hate missing special family occasions.
And I hate missing special family occasions.
I acknowledge my feelings.
I acknowledge my feelings.
It's okay to feel them now.
It's okay to feel them now.
By feeling them fully.
By feeling them fully.
I can start releasing them.
I can start releasing them.
So tapping through the points. Missing my dad's birthday.
Missing my dad's birthday.
He's not seeing my girls.
He's not seeing my girls.
And that's all he wants.
And that's all he wants.
And I can't give that to him this year.
And I can't give that to him this year.
And I'm feeling guilty.
And I'm feeling guilty.
And it's out of my control.
And it's out of my control.
And when you think about feeling guilty, where do you feel that in your body?
Like my heart.
And what's the sensation in your heart?
Just heavy. Like it feels like it gets pulled a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Moving on to the under the arm, which is listed on the fast strap. Feeling heavy in my heart.
Feeling heavy in my heart.
When I think about this.
When I think about this.
All this heaviness in my heart.
All this heaviness in my heart.
When I think about missing my dad's birthday.
When I think about missing my dad's birthday.
And him not being able to see my girls.
And him not being able to see my girls.
Feeling heavy in my heart.
Feeling heavy in my heart.
And guilty.
And guilty.
That I can't give him the one thing he wants.
That I can't give him the one thing he wants.
And how's that heaviness in your heart? Is it the same? Has it got stronger or less?
A little bit lighter, yeah.
A little bit lighter.
Yeah.
And the feeling of guilt? How strong is that? Is it the same or more or less?
A little bit less, yeah.
Yeah. You don't have to say that to make me happy, by the way. I'm
No.
just no, we're on live video. It's completely fine. So I feel a little bit lighter.
So I feel a little bit lighter.
And I'm just curious, I could be completely wrong, but is there a part that it's like it's not okay to fully let go of this because then I won't be I won't be kind of like feeling his pain because he's sad.
I think it is that. I feel as though if I let go of it, then I know that he's still feeling bad about it, and then I don't feel justified for me to feel okay about it when he doesn't.
Got it, exactly. So
even though
it's not okay.
It's not okay.
For me to fully let go of this.
For me to fully let go of this.
Because he's going to be feeling bad anyway.
He's going to be feeling bad anyway.
So how can I justify? Letting go of my feelings.
Letting go of my feelings.
When he's lonely.
Yeah, when he's lonely.
So I need to keep some of this. And I acknowledge that. Needing to keep some of my feelings. And I wonder. How keeping these feelings, keeping this guilt. Is serving him. I wonder. Whether he'd be happier.
If he'd be happier.
If I was happy. Rather than feeling guilty. So maybe. Part of me wants to let this go. And part of me wants to keep this. Does that feel true?
Yeah, I feel like it's feeling a lot lighter than the first round, just because I think you picked up on a good thing there that I don't think I could ever fully let it go because of that.
Yeah. And that's okay. Because I'm human. And I want my dad to be happy. And I don't know how to make him happy. Because I can't bring my girls. And I'm acknowledging that. It's okay. To allow those feelings to be here. So that I can start releasing them. And letting them go. And just put your hands in the centre of your chest and say transform and take a deep breath.
Transform.
So when you tune into the feeling now, the guilt about your dad's birthday, on a scale from 0 to 10, what number is there now?
Probably feel about a 5 now. I feel like quite a bit's been took off. Because when we first done it, I could probably say it was down to like an 8.
Yeah.
The big gap was that feeling that, yeah, actually it's never going to fully go away, because I'm always going to worry about how he's feeling. But at least I know that that's okay, that I can't control that side of it. But I
Yeah.
can make myself feel better about it, knowing that I can just do the best I can for him on the day with what I've got.
Yeah. So do you want to do another round of tapping on that, or do you want to do another round of tapping on the financial side?
Probably the financial one would be a good one to try.
Or if you've got time, you could do both. It's up to you.
Yeah, I've got time, so we could do a bit of both. That's fine.
Let's do one more round on this, and then we'll see. So even though there's some remaining intensity left when I think about my dad's birthday, I'm open to the possibility of knowing and trusting that I can only do my best, given the circumstances, and that he loves us, and we love him. And I'm open to the possibility of knowing and trusting that there's a rainbow of love from my heart into his heart, and from his heart into my heart, and from his heart into my girls' hearts, and from their hearts into his, so that whatever the distance, the love is strong, and that love could support us through this situation. All of these remaining feelings, when I think about missing my dad's birthday, because of the pandemic and the lockdown, acknowledging my feelings, and I'm open to the possibility of feeling peace anyway. Maybe I can choose peace. And by choosing peace, I can calm my mind. And calm my guilt. And as my mind calms, my new thoughts arise that may find new solutions to this problem that were unavailable to me while I was feeling sad and guilty. So I'm open to the possibility of being wide open to new possibilities of ideas that can support all of our family in having a joyful birthday. How's that feel as I'm saying that?
Yeah, it feels hopeful. I feel more that instead of just feeling bad about it and feeling a bit lost. I'm feeling as though, well, actually, yeah, there are things I can still do to make it special for him. Have a Zoom party, maybe.
I'm open to the possibility
I'm open to the possibility
of finding new ways,
of finding new ways,
of making his birthday extra special
of making his birthday extra special
in a way that wouldn't have been possible before.
in a way that wouldn't have been possible before.
Wonderful birthday love
Wonderful birthday love
and birthday joy,
and birthday joy,
infusing his special day.
infusing his special day.
And say transform and take a deep breath.
Transform.
So how are you doing?
Yeah, I feel much lighter again. So there's a kind of a level of acceptance, but a level of seeing opportunities as well. It's kind of came from that round. And just say, well, he's probably never going to forget this birthday anyway, is he? But like, what else can we add to it? And try and just, like you say, see it as an opportunity to make it extra special for him, and think of things that perhaps we would never have done normally, and try it now and see. So yeah, feeling much lighter.
Good. It's funny because it was my birthday during the lockdown, and I can honestly say I know I'm a different era to him, and but I can honestly say I had the best birthday ever, because I was wondering, what am I going to do? And my friend suggested a Zoom dance party. She's a dance teacher. So what was amazing about that is that friends from all over the world came to join the dance party, people I hadn't seen, and suddenly on Zoom I had all my friends up and we had it on the big projector. So that was wonderful. And then because we haven't been able to go shopping, our shopping delivery only arrived like towards the end of the day of my birthday, and with all my cake baking ingredients. So then we had to bake a cake, and it was kind of getting late, and I was thinking, oh, and we still have to make dinner. And then suddenly my neighbour popped round with the most amazing vegan meal for me, for all of us. And so she's like this amazing chef, and it was incredible. So suddenly I had this incredible food and an incredible cake and an incredible dance party, which I normally wouldn't have. So it was kind of bizarre.
Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it? You're seeing a lot of people are being very creative, and the kindness of people is really coming out. And I think that's what we've got to focus on, isn't it? Seeing all the good in this that's coming out of it.
Yeah. Anyway, should we do something on finances? How are you feeling? So the finances, feeling an 8.
Yes.
Okay. So what's the strongest emotion about the finances?
I'd probably say anxiety. There's a bit of a kind of the fear of the unknown as well, and not knowing what I would do if I do lose income. But yeah, just anxiety of not knowing is probably the overarching theme.
Thank you. And I'm sure that one is affecting a lot of people, and I'm sure birthdays is affecting a lot of people as well. Mm-hmm. So, and when you think about that anxiety and the fear of the unknown, where do you feel that in your body?
At my chest. I always get that kind of anxious, like shortness of breath and a bit of a faster heart rate, kind of like it's kind of before you're about to start a panic attack, kind of that feeling.
And can you feel that now?
Not at this exact moment, because you've calmed me down, Tamara, but I have felt it multiple times over the past few days, for sure. Yeah.
Thank you. So even though I have this anxiety and fear of the unknown, of not knowing what I'd do, if I lose my income, and not knowing how long this is going to go on for, because my business
Because my business
depends on other businesses.
Depends on other businesses.
And the longer the lockdown,
and the longer the lockdown,
the more vulnerable I become.
The more vulnerable I become.
And I deeply and completely accept myself. Fear about finances. This sensation I get. In my chest. This shortness of breath. And faster heart rate. Like I'm going to have a panic attack. It's happened a lot recently. This fear and anxiety. About how long this is going to go on for. And how my finances. Depend on other people's businesses. And the longer this goes on. The more at risk I become. All of this anxiety and fear. In my chest. It's okay to feel it now. It's an emotion. And emotion is energy. And energy can move. And as the energy dissipates.
Of
the fear and anxiety. My mind becomes clearer. And as my mind becomes clearer. I become open. And receptive. To new possibilities. On how I can manage my situation. In a calm way. And the calmer I become. The more I trust. So just say transform and take a deep breath.
Transform.
And so when you think now about your financial situation, does it feel worse, better, the same?
Better, yeah. I feel as though, again, feel a bit lighter. And just talking through it, saying those words has made me kind of, has made me think that that despite me being nervous and scared about what may happen, it might not happen. And if it does happen, I'll find a way to make it work for us. Again, it's that kind of seeing it more of an acceptance of just the situation, and then seeing different possibilities, just slowing down and listening to those words and saying those words out loud.
So right now, the intensity of the fear and anxiety about the financial situation, what number would you give that now?
I was an 8 before. I'd probably say about a 5 again. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, let's do one more round, and we'll kind of like try and do a wrapping up round with both things. So even though there is some of this intensity left. About my finances. About the unknown. About my dad's birthday. I'm acknowledging all of that now. And what quality would you need, would you say, in order to feel a little bit more peaceful than you do right now? So It could be calm, it could be peace, it could be trust, it could be the feeling that you get when you see a sunset, or take or go for a walk, or something that, or the feeling that you get from a particular holiday that you've had recently,
Yeah.
or your girls, or
I'd probably say the two words that come to mind are, one would be trust, and trust that just it will happen the way it happens, and we will respond the way that we need to. But then contentment, just contentment with that.
wonderful, thank you. I want to infuse into these situations
I want to infuse into these situations
trust
trust
and contentment.
and contentment.
And as you tap under the eye, take a deep breath in. Infusing trust and contentment
Infusing trust and contentment
into every cell of my body.
into every cell of my body.
I'm opening my heart
I'm opening my heart
to receiving more trust
to receiving more trust
and more contentment,
and more contentment,
even if it seems like a miracle.
even if it seems like a miracle.
And if that trust and contentment had a colour, what colour would it be?
I always think of it when I'm feeling calm as kind of like a really light pale blue with a like a touch, like a really pale teal kind of colour.
Beautiful.
Calm.
Pale teal, calming colour
Pale teal, calming colour
of trust and contentment.
of trust and contentment.
Infusing every fibre of my being.
Infusing every fibre of my being.
And radiating that out.
And radiating that out.
Into my children and my husband.
Into my children and my husband.
And into my business.
And into my business.
All my businesses.
All my businesses.
And into my home.
And into my home.
An abundance of pale teal.
An abundance of pale teal.
Trust and contentment.
Trust and contentment.
Infusing my dad.
Infusing my dad.
And his birthday.
And his birthday.
Even more.
Even more.
Pale teal.
Pale teal.
Trust and contentment.
Trust and contentment.
For all of us.
For all of us.
And my businesses.
And my businesses.
And say transform, and take a deep breath.
Transform.
What I suggest you do is that last section, you can repeat that as often as you need to. You can repeat this on a daily basis, so that, especially coming up to your dad's birthday, so that you can infuse that for you and infuse that for him as well.
Yeah, I think I definitely will. I'll be watching this back and doing it every day.
Wonderful. How are you feeling now? I'm
feeling much calmer. Like I always say, whenever I do these things, it's like I've just had a nap. So I just feel really relaxed and a bit serene. And it's that acceptance, isn't it? I think the saying it and repeating it and knowing that what you're saying it makes sense, and yeah, it's just that acceptance of in sense, really. I suppose it's just makes you feel so much lighter and brighter.
Wonderful. I'm so pleased, and thank you so much for coming onto this video and sharing your story and doing some tapping with me. And anyone out there watching this, Hayley's an amazing VA. So if you need anyone on Pinterest, or then she is your person.
Make me blush.
If you've enjoyed watching this video, then please do click the share button, because It can help so many people, so that would be really great. And I've been making videos and sharing them with Hayley's help on YouTube and on my other page, Tomorrow Dawn Transformation for Women. So please do check out my other videos. On Facebook page is EFT tapping as well. My YouTube channel is Tomorrow 27 UK. And if you would like to be interviewed and receive some tapping, then please do get in touch. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you.